Jai Bhim, Jai Mulnivasi all. Welcome you once again on this today's special topic. Today is Sunday, and as you know, every Sunday, we are organizing the panel discussion in the English language and covering various topics related to the current burning topics and the topics that are very important for the Mulnivasi Bahujans, that is scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, and OBCs. So today also we are going to discuss one very important topic with very distinguished guest with us. And this video is live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So everybody is requested to visit the page www.mntnewsnetwork.com, as well as the Facebook page with MNT News Network and the YouTube page with the MNT News Network. So all the social media channels, this video is live, and today we are going to discuss on very important topic. So I request all the viewers who had joined through Facebook to share this video on their personal timeline, and from there watch it, so that the other people who are there in their friend list will also get the notification, and they will also watch the discussion of today's topic, which is a very important topic and very relevant for the life of future generation as well as today's generation of SC/ST OBC, because it is related with the economics. So basically, this video is will be live on Facebook and YouTube. So all are requested to visit on Facebook and YouTube. Also, the people who are watching or the viewers who are watching from the YouTube page, they are also requested to share their videos, share this video with their friends within their friend circle. Also, they should like, comment, and continuously give their views or comments, so that we will pass on the messages or questions to the distinguished panelists who had joined with us today on this particular occasion. So today we are going to discuss on very important topic, and the topic is to control Indian economy and solve the problem of unemployment. Mulnivasi Bahujans should control the trade and industry. This is a very important topic related to Indian economy and the Mulnivasis. And the distinguished panelists who have joined today on this particular topic are Mulnivasi MS Bahal. Sir, he had joined from London. He's a businessman and has a very long association with social movement of SC/ST, OBCs, and minorities. With us today, we have two distinguished guests from Delhi University. Dr. Vivek Rajak is there, who is Associate Professor, Department of Economics in Dayal Singh College, Delhi University. As well as we have Mulnivasi Dr. N. Selvaraj. He is also Assistant Professor in Department of Economics, Dayal Singh College, Delhi University. And they are basically doing their work. We will come to know from them. They are basically involved in various type of networking within the people who are particularly working in the economic field, which is basically a backbone of any organization, of any society, because economics plays a role in each and every individual life, as well as the overall social life of SC/ST, OBCs, and Mulnivasis. So yeah, so basically, I would like to welcome our guest on this particular today's topic. Let me welcome all the panelists. Dr. L. Salvaraj sir, welcome to MNT News Network. Dr. Vivek Kumar Rajak sir, welcome to MNT News Network. And Mulnivasi MS Bal sir, welcome to MNT News Network. Uh,
Thank you.
Today is
Thank you so much.
31st October, and 31st October is one a special day. And as you know, there was a special movement of OBCs in the northern India, and specifically Tyagmurti R.L. Chandapuri ji played an important role in this social movement, and today is his death anniversary. As a part of paying tribute to him, let us watch a small video of him, of his life, and we will be able to know about him, and all the viewers also will be able to know about him. So I would like to play this particular video.
मैं आकृति कुमारी MNT न्यूज नेटवर्क। आज देश भर में पिछड़ा वर्ग हक अधिकार की गूंज सुनाई देती है। देश में हर राज्य और जिला में अन्य पिछड़ा वर्ग के लोग जागृत रहे हैं। भारत का जब संविधान बन रहा तभी स्वतंत्र भारत में SC, ST, OBC और अल्पसंख्यक वर्ग के हक अधिकार की नींव संविधान में रखी गई थी। इस बात को 70 वर्ष हो गए हैं। पिछड़े वर्ग में जागृति का जो उभार आया है वह यकायक नहीं आया। इसके लिए कई नायकों ने अपना पूरा जीवन न्यौछावर किया है। इन्हीं में अग्रणी नाम है त्यागमूर्ति RL चंदापुरी जी का। जी हाँ साथियों, RL चंदापुरी जी अर्थात राम लखन चंदापुरी जी, आज 31 अक्टूबर उनका स्मृति दिवस है। MNT न्यूज नेटवर्क की ओर से उनकी स्मृति में विनम्र अभिवादन। साथियों, RL चंदापुरी का जन्म 20 नवंबर 1923 को पटना जिले के बसुहार गांव में हुआ था। उनके माता पिता कुर्मी जाति के किसान परिवार से आते थे। पिता का नाम महावीर सिंह एवं माता का नाम हीरामणि कुंवर था। चंदापुरी जी जब 9वीं कक्षा में थे तभी उन्होंने स्वतंत्रता संग्राम के छात्र आंदोलन में भाग लेना शुरू कर दिया था। 1946 में 9 आखाली दंगे के दौरान मुस्लिम समुदाय को बचाने में चंदापुरी ने साहस का परिचय दिया था। इसलिए 1947 में शांति मिशन के सिलसिले में जब महात्मा गांधी मसौढ़ी आए तो उन्होंने युवक चंदापुरी की भूरी भूरी प्रशंसा की थी। आमतौर पर यह धारणा फैलाई गई कि जाति व्यवस्था के कारण केवल अनुसूचित जाति के लोग ही पीड़ित रहे हैं, लेकिन यह सच नहीं है। न केवल अनुसूचित जातियों का जाति व्यवस्था में शोषण हुआ, बल्कि अन्य पिछड़ी जातियों का भी भयानक शोषण हुआ है। कुछ जातियों को यह महसूस होता रहा, कुछ को नहीं। स्तर पर प्रख्यात हो गया। परिणाम स्वरूप आज उत्तर भारत में पिछड़े वर्ग की जातियां सत्ता के केंद्र में है। एक प्रख्यात लेखक प्रोफेसर फ्रैंकलाइन R. फ्रैंकेन ने भारत के सामाजिक परिवर्तन पर एक पुस्तक लिखी है, डोमिनेंस एंड स्टेट पावर इन मॉडर्न इंडिया, डिक्लाइन ऑफ ए सोशल ऑर्डर। इस पुस्तक के अनुसार बिहार राज्य पिछड़ा वर्ग संघ के कार्यकारी अध्यक्ष RL चंदापुरी ने संघ के उद्देश्यों और कार्यक्रमों की वृहद रूप में व्याख्या की। वर्ष 1947 में संगठन बनाने के बाद वर्ष 1949 में पिछड़ा वर्ग नामक हिंदी साप्ताहिक पत्रिका का प्रकाशन भी किया। इसमें शूद्र अतिशूद्र अर्थात पिछड़ा वर्ग के बारे में भाषण और लेख प्रकाशित होने लगे। उनके कार्य और विचार के बारे में तथा पिछड़ा वर्ग के आंदोलन के बारे में जानने के लिए उनके द्वारा लिखी महत्वपूर्ण पुस्तक भारत में ब्राह्मण राज और पिछड़ा वर्ग आंदोलन को अवश्य पढ़ना चाहिए। आपको बता दें, RL चंदापुरी जी इस बात पर अड़िग थे कि यदि शूद्र अर्थात OBC और अतिशूद्र अर्थात SC, ST एक मंच पर आ जाए तो देश में व्यवस्था परिवर्तन यूं हो जाएगा। इसी कारण उनकी अधिक उम्र हो जाने के पश्चात भी वे सामाजिक जीवन में सक्रिय रहे। बाम से इस राष्ट्रीय संगठन के साथ उनका गहरा रिश्ता रहा। बामसेफ के संस्थापक यशिकाय DK खापड़े साहब ने उनके बामसेफ में अधिवेशन का उद्घाटक के रूप में आमंत्रित किया। बामसेफ के मंच से मूल निवासियों की एकता को लेकर उन्होंने संदेश दिया। अपने जीवन भर पिछड़े वर्ग के हक अधिकारों के लिए समर्पित रूप से कार्य करने वाले क्रांतिकारी नेतृत्व का 31 अक्टूबर 2004 में 81 वर्ष की उम्र में निर्वाण हो गया। उनकी स्मृति में MNT न्यूज नेटवर्क की ओर से उनकी स्मृति में विनम्र अभिवादन। जय भीम, जय मूल निवासी।
Yeah, that was a short video on today's death anniversary of Mr. R.L. Chandapuri ji, who was a great leader who worked with Dr. Ambedkar also, and who had played a great role in establishing the OBC movement in North India. Let us move ahead. That was a small tribute from MNT News Network to R.L. Chandapuri sir. Now let us move ahead on today's discussion, and today we are going to discuss on a very important topic, and today's topic is to control Indian economy and solve the problem of unemployment. Mulnivasi Bahujans should control the trade and industry. So this is the today's topic, and as far as the economy is considered, basically, normally it is said that economics is not a cup of tea of SC, ST, OBC, and it has nothing to do with economics. No, normally every year there is a budget, and budget normally the marginalized people, they are looking only from the salary hike or salary reduction from that point of view only. But economics is very much concerned with every individual, as well as not only with every individual but the entire society. So let us try to understand. I would like to request Dr. Vivek Rajak sir. Sir, we would like to know, our viewers would like to know, how does this Indian economy works in the global perspective? Means we would like to know how the incoming and outgoing or the source of funds is controlled as far as this economy is considered, and as far as the overall the planning of entire system of democratic setup is considered for maybe 1 year or 5 year or 10 years. The entire thing is dependent on the economics. So we would like to know how this in economic is governed by the democratic setup, and how the source of funds is generated and how it is distributed. Just in a brief and in a global perspective, would like to know, sir. Dr. Vivek, sir.
Okay, see, when we see how we are working in a global perspective, we know that India adopted these new economic policies in 1991, July 1991. Okay, so we adopted basically this process of India became part of this globalized world in a more rigorous manner from July 1991. So undoubtedly, from the previous regime after 1991, a lot of fund or capital, the global capital is coming to India. Okay. If you compare with India before 1991 and after 1991, certainly the fund flow of foreign capital have increased. But when we compare India with other emerging economies, okay, then there is a problem in a sense that we are unable to attract the amount of fund that are attracted by other countries such as China or other Asian economies. But the problem is not with the funds only. When we talk about how economy works in a global perspective, we'll have to also think that what is the share of India in the global trade, and what is the share of India in global export. Okay, so in case of India, we know that from the very beginning, India, I mean, especially in last 60, 70 years, okay, India is a net importer. So we are importing more than what we export. So there has been an issue of current account deficit in case of India. Now, how this global perspective is related to our own people, say Bahujan or Mulnivasi people. Okay, that is very important. If you look at, I mean, I'm sure we other panelists will give you the data on number of SC, ST, OBC in businessmen or entrepreneurs, but undoubtedly they are underrepresented. And if you look at the economic census data, for example, like then we find that even in employment, the share of SC, STs, and OBCs are very less compared to their share in the population in the non-farm sector. The economic census talks about the non-farm activities, okay, basically enterprises, non-farm enterprises. Now, and if you look at the share of various segment of the industry or services sector in the export, I was talking about the global India in a global perspective, then we find that almost more than 50% of our exports are done by the MSME sector from India. Okay, and when you look at who all are working in the MSME sector, then we find that though the ownership is not there with the Mulnivasi Bahujan people, but the workers who are exploited in those MSME sector. I mean, obviously, I mean, they are working, they are getting the salary, but the kind of social security that is not there in the unorganized sector, okay, which fall under the marginal micro, small, and medium enterprises. That is a grave concern, because the benefit, even the benefit of this global capital, whatever amount it is coming, and when the big corporates and big companies are further I mean, giving their contracts to these small producers to produce various up spring and down spring things, then there is a huge amount of exploitation, because labor laws are not followed in the unorganized sector. Then social security benefits are not there in the unorganized sector. Okay, but the Mulnivasi Bahujan who are there in the organized sector, which is very less, or even in the government sector due to the reservation, I mean, they are in a better position compared to all those SC, STs, and OBCs who are working in the non-farm sector, in the industry or services sector. They are really in a low paid, unskilled jobs. Okay.
Yeah, sir. One more thing we
So
would like to know from
they
you.
are underrepresented.
Yeah, one more thing we would like to know. Basically, normally the common man's understanding is that this fund is normally generated with the help of taxes, and then it is allocated. Means the generation of fund is only through the taxes, and then it is basically allocated on different schemes or policies. Is it so, or there are various other different sources of generation of fund for deploying in various sectors?
No, thank you for asking this nice question. Let me tell you one thing very uh, mm, uh, clearly, that when you talk about the government funds, government revenues, it is only 12% of the GDP. So suppose we are producing goods and services worth rupees 100 in the economy. That means we are generating income equivalent to 100 in the economy. Only 10, 12 rupees are generated as government resource through taxes. So that's a very small amount.
Okay.
Real redistribution or distribution of income is done not through the taxes, the collection of taxes by the government, but through the employment and participation as owner or as an employee in the economic activities, who all are involved in the economic activities, and what kind of remuneration they are getting in for their contribution in performing in these economic activities would determine the distribution of income in the economy. And we know that there is a huge inequality in the distribution of wealth and assets and capital, okay, along with the distribution of land for agricultural purposes. So here the crux is this: only looking at what government generates and what government is distributing 1000 or 2000 or 5000 per month, or twice in a year, or four times in a year, is not going to change the scenario. The scenario would change only when there is a structural changes in the economy. You ensure the ownership in the non-farm sector, like uh, our respected MS Behel Saab is doing business in UK. So there is underrepresentation in terms of industry and business and trade by these Mulnivasis in India. So that
Right.
will have to ensure that people, more and more people, participate in businesses. Okay, they establish their own factories, they participate in the trade, they then only their share in the national income and national wealth will increase, not only through the government tax, which is
Okay.
12% of the GDP.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for giving this brief on the overall generation of funds and common man thinking towards the tax. With us today, we have Mr. M.S. Bal, sir, from UK, and he is long associated with the social movement in spite of running parallelly his business, and he is a successful businessman in UK. And today he had joined from UK in spite of having the knee surgery and not feeling well. Still, he had joined us because the topic is so concerned and he wanted to guide and inspire, motivate our people belonging to SST, OBC, and minority communities in this particular sector, which was not seriously looked upon by the professional people of SST, OBCs. So I would like to ask Bal sir, as you know, as far as the overall Indian society or Brahminical society was developed, and it was developed on four sorts, and Vaishyas were given the particular task of doing all the business of the world in earlier four Varna system. And after that, as far as the Indian constitution is implemented, the whole scenario has been changed, and now everybody can get an opportunity to come in this particular field of business and establish their own business and do the trading and come in this particular field. And also the recent trends, whatever for the last 10-15 years are going on, yeah, and currently for the last 5 years, people are seeing that everything is getting privatized and everything, all the government sectors are being privatized, and it has been given to a few individuals who are the businessmen, and the entire fear is generated among the people. So, Bahal sir, we would like to hear from you how this businessman is related, and as far as the economy control is considered, and is there any role of this businessman in governing the economy? How these particular business people who are holding or running the private sectors, how they are influential in the overall democratic setup of this particular country. What you would like to add, sir? Well, sir.
Thank you very much, Ashishji. Jai Bhim, Namo Buddhaya. First of all, let me uh, pay my homage to R.L. Chandapuri ji, because when I first came to your function in Lucknow, if you remember, Chandapuri ji was there, and I think when I spoke over there, and he was the first man to give me a thump on the back and said, "Well said and well done," and your participation will ignite, as an NRI, ignite the movement of SC/ST OBCs for their rights. So he gave me a couple of books as well, without going much into, because your subject, your whole questioning has a very big uh, answering, but I don't know whether I can answer everything in 10-15 minutes. I left India in 1964 when I was studying engineering in Fagwada, and since then I never returned to India as a that I will earn some money or I will get some economic empowerment and then come back to there, but I didn't go back. Now, when I came into UK, that was the first time I came across that who is Ambedkar and what's his contribution toward my empowerment, my rights, and my development. So from there on, I started studying Babasaheb Ambedkar, and I studied very, very deeply Babasaheb Ambedkar. And one thing I could understand, the whole the struggle of Babasaheb Ambedkar and the whole struggle of Manuvada against him was based on the only one thing, that is economics, control of economics. So Babasaheb Ambedkar was trying to ask us or give us the rights so we can have some opportunity to share the economics or participate in the economics, but Brahmins was not prepared to give it that. And that struggle and that fight has been going on ever since from then. Now, I came into business by accidentally, because I was studying also UK also as an engineer, but with the Boeings and Boeing wrapped up their concern from UK and went to America and left us orphaned in UK. So we was two engineers. So we thought, well, what to do, doing a little bit various jobs here and there. Then we came to this opportunity that why don't we start a small scale business. Now I hardly knew anything about the business. My family, my heritage from anybody from my family never ever even heard of business, as you probably will understand. So how to proceed in business? Business was not my subject. I didn't study business, and I'm not a MBA or I'm not a MA in all sort of these degrees in. So how to succeed? Now in Britain there was one consolation came that Britain was moving toward the multicultural, multi-faith, multiracial, and multi-languages. All this came as a surprise to us that once upon a time when the Britishers was looking at us that we are their slaves of their empire in India, now they are seeking that we need to give them the opportunity, we need to bring them forward and breathe. Even if we have to lower our standard a little bit, we have to accommodate a lot of our other races into our economy, because they lost so much, in the Second World War, and they wanted to recover that. So they gave us the uh, all this opportunity to expand our education. You can work 3 days, you can learn 3 days. From there on, we took up all this that even with the little knowledge of business, when I stepped into the business and I asked the person who I took up my business from, I asked him that, uh, sir, could you please, before you hand over me the business and before you go away, could you please tell me that you have run this business successfully 45 years? What are the actually rules you followed which kept you kept you successful? Because I was looking around my shoulders, the failure is just around the corner, because I have never ever experienced what is business. So he told me few things. One, two things which I will share with you. Two things he said to me, that whenever you are going to uh, control the business and set up the business, take oath on your the business that you will never drink while you drive, and you will never drink while you are sitting on the counter of your business. Because when people will look at you and smell from you, people will not send their daughters, their bahus, their wives, and their mothers to your shop. And I felt that is a very good advice. Secondly, he said, you are one person running the whole business. You have to go various places to buy your product, and you need your license. To keep your license safe, you have to give up drinking. And I think from that uh, concept I took that, okay, आशीष जी आप बिलीव नहीं करेंगे कि आई हैव 9.5 years of that store I run, but I sold tons of meat, I have sold tons of wines, beers, and whiskeys, but I have never drunk any. So, and also I I never ever deprived my children's, my wife from it. I said, you can do it, whatever you, but I will not drink until my feet are so uh, strongly planted into this that a small failure here and there will not knock me out. So this is how I became in a business. And then he said to me another thing, that as you will move in the business will teach you what to do best, what to do more better, more better, and you will improve yourself. And the same thing happened. I launched many products. Some of them failed, some of them uh, I succeeded. And my products, if they was marketable with the market price, if they are appreciate of their quality, and they are nicely priced, doesn't matter how far peoples are staying from me, they will come to me. Even the peoples who of other castes, who was thumping their chest that they are high caste, even they was forced to come to me to buy those products, because there was no compatible product available in the whole town. So this is something I succeeded, because I learned from it. And as I then after that, I moved into London. And London, I was the first person in the West End. West End is just like um, आपके ये क्या है दिल्ली में, कनॉट प्लेस।
Connect, please.
जैसे कनॉट प्लेस है, ऐसा वो एक सेंटर है जिसमें मैं पहला एक शेड्यूल कास्ट एंटर हुआ। देखने में मैं और मेरी बीवी अच्छे थे, तो कोई पूछता नहीं था कि भी तू किस कास्ट का है।
Okay.
बातचीत भी अच्छी करते थे, पढ़े लिखे थे। तो
Yeah.
आई मूव्ड इन देयर। लेकिन उसमें भी मुझे यही यही एक जो सिंसियर उसने एडवाइस दी थी कि यू हैव टू फाइंड ए प्रोडक्ट which you can market with the price or with the quality and compatibility in the whole market, then you will succeed. And I followed that advice there as well, and I succeeded there. uh, Unfortunately, when I was working in the centenary in 1988, we decided that we are going to have a celebrate Baba Saheb Ambedkar centenary in a very big way. And that time, the boss, I had two showrooms in the West End, and Saturday became the day we have to launch Baba Saheb Ambedkar centenary in British Parliament. And I decided, I was so much intaken by the struggle and Baba Sahib's contribution toward my empowerment, my development, and my families. Because when I look at 2, 3 generations back, and when I look now 2 generations which have come up in England, so the distance is जमीन आसमान का, जैसे कहते हैं ना, फर्क है। It is widely unconceivable. So we decided that I'm going to shut my both showrooms and participate in Baba Saheb Ambedkar in the British Parliament, launch the British Parliament. And that is when the first time lot of people came to know that I belong to a scheduled caste. Varna, I controlled myself in such a way that nobody have dared ever to ask me who you are and where you come from. Now, this is the price I paid, because I didn't wanted to keep myself filled with the um, this ignorance or this inferiority complex, that, oh, I'm a scheduled caste. If somebody will know it, and they will probably will not participate with me, they will not accept me. I wanted to come out of that shell and compete as a equal footing, that I have a product, I have a price for it, it's a marketable, you come and buy from me. If you if you can buy from
Right, sir.
anywhere,
Right.
you buy it,
Right.
otherwise you buy from me.
Yeah,
So
yeah, definitely.
I came out of that shell, and I competed on the same footing. Many people didn't like it, many people liked it, but I succeeded in that way. And since then, I started coming into India, and I joined the Bomb Chef, as you know, as well. And my job was to educate my people that don't ever only seek for government jobs. Government jobs not going to last forever. And teach your children's, educate your children's, and give them a opportunity to open other avenues. Go for small scale business, go for small scale industry, go small where you can earn your own independence, like I have earned. You don't have to be very highly educated into it, because any field which you move in, the field will tell you how far you can walk and how fast you can walk. So that is how I come. That is I have been starting. I had 10 years. My office was in Bikajikama place, and I tried my best to even educate many peoples, and also bring them into the this business. But I could not find any suitable, trustworthy peoples to extend my business. So I remained unsuccessful in that. But because two things I will say today is, instead of we should say we should control trade and industry or economics. I think even if we are allowed in India to participate in it on the equal footing, on the equal opportunities, I think we can find our own space. But unfortunately, what I see in the last few years in India, uh, the space is shrinking so fast, and opportunities are snatched from you on every, you know, sphere, that there is hardly little room left for maneuvering. So from that little room, we have to find our strength. We have to come together. If we cannot succeed one, we have to come together two. If we cannot succeed two, we have to be three, we have to be four. We have to come together, and we have to generate our own economy, because the
Right.
whole impact of Brahmanism on us is to control our economy.
Right.
This caste system, this religion, this their supremacy, their all this is connected with the only controlling our economics. If they keep us poor, they can control us. If they
Right.
cannot keep us poor, they, then they will lose it. This
Right.
is the scenario which
Right.
is today. Even the BJP is understanding it, and is they fearing it. That's why they are plugging every hole where we can, escape.
Right,
So
sir.
my
Sir, I
my
will. Sir, I just
my
on the
my
side. Yeah, yeah.
I'm just going to finish it. My
ಅದು ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್
sincere
ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ
advice to
ಅದು ಡೇಟ್
my
ಅದರ
children,
ಪುಟ
my
Yes, sir.
sincere
Please go
advice,
ahead.
to all my peoples are who are back in India, that you can do it. If you have to make some sacrifice to come together and to make a success, sacrifice a lot of nonsense, lot of this custom traditions, and this yatra, that yatra, this puja, that puja. Shed everything and just control your whatever you have, control that, and invest into the future of your children, and make them give them a space to move into this business, or little bit space in the economy. And I'm hopeful, very hopeful, that we will succeed. My wife is she's saying you. So I leave
Yeah, yeah.
from on this point, and then see if there is any questions comes. Thank you very
Sure,
much.
sir. Thank you very much, sir, for sharing your successful story of coming from India and settling and accepting the challenge there in other country, and becoming a successful entrepreneur. Definitely, that is the spirit, that is the motivation that will inspire the people from marginalized section, SST, OBC, back in India. Thank you very much, sir, for sharing. We will come back to you once again. Now, I would like to request Dr. Selvaraj sir. Selvaraj sir, as Bal Saab was saying that there are basically the opportunities are there for the marginalized section to come in the main streamline, and then join the business sector. How you see, considering today's situation, to what extent our people are represented in this particular economic field? And after that, we would also like to know from you what can be the guiding principles, or what should the marginalized section people should do to enter in this particular sector of economics, and become the entrepreneur and take the economy into their hands, and then help the society in parallel way, because as Walsab said, economic controls everything. So we would like to know from you, from both sides, what is the current status of our social representation of marginalized people in this particular field, and if it is not there, then how, or what are the various ways through which these people can come into this particular field and hold the economy. Selva sir.
Jevim to the whole panelists. Actually, our sir is actually the practical economist, but we are actually theoretical economists that I want to share here, because the way how he narrated and succeeded, that's really is great. That in case if you do the such a same business in India, it's very difficult. Somehow he succeeded in UK. Because of that, there is no discrimination. Probably there is actually, we also come out, means come to know that there is also there is a discrimination and the different treatment and the exclusion. Because of that, they are planning for the affirmative action even in UK. But prior that, actually he succeeded, and even later, even though they come to know, but because of his product, his actually the efficiency and his product, he succeeded. But in case if you do same thing in India, it's very 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 difficult, because there are so many studies are available. Especially I associated with the Indian Institute of Dalit Studies, where we did a study on social exclusion and social exclusion. Therefore, there is a need of the inclusion to make the inclusive growth. So the each 5-year plan, if you see that, especially after 10th 5-year plan, there is a plan called that inclusive 5-year plan, inclusive growth or inclusive law. The thing is that many people are not actually included. Though there is actually increase of the growth rate actually reached the double digit, but still these people are actually not participated or excluded. Not participated means that is a forcible exclusion, that leads to these people actually more means subjugation, or you can say that they are actually more under the poverty. They are more they are under underemployment, unemployment. Right, this actually I come across. You can see that there are a 21 percentage of the population, that is the Bahujans population share, especially SC/ST and including OBCs, that can add more. But specifically I want to mention here that the share of the SC/ST, that is the 21% is the total population. But their contribution in terms of the entrepreneurship, you see, that is just a 6%. There is a 6%. If you see, there is a economic census is available, that fifth census, that after actually after I got an opportunity to discuss means the to discuss this session, then I come to know that there are other some kind of the variations also there, but it's very less time unable to capture all the data. This seventh economic census also available now. Let's see, in case if time allows, I'll prepare proper data and also I'll send you, and we'll rediscuss this matter further. So this is the case that the total share of the population is 21% for SCST, but their representation in the entrepreneurship just 6%. I can also categorize that the study is available for the rural entrepreneurship and the urban entrepreneurship, especially the so-called the SCSTs and the representation in the what in the rural and urban. There are 17 entrepreneurship means the area or sector actually identified 17 sector. If you don't mind, I wanted to just read that what are the means the sectors where actually the underrepresentation and the overrepresentation you can see. But specifically that sector, I want to know that what are the sector are there. The first one is the agriculture sector. Obviously the agriculture sector actually the physical job, where our representation is high. That is actually for the case the SC is 22.79%, and the scheduled tribe is 31.42%, and OBC is 25.30%, and the upper caste is low here, that is 18.67%. So this is the representation in the case of the agriculture sector. So what about this mining and quarrying? This is I'm talking about the rural areas. The mining and quarrying, if you see there, the scheduled caste is 0.32%, and scheduled tribe is 0.46%, and OBC is 0.25%, and the higher caste, that is 0.19%. That is low in case of the rural. But specifically, some of the sectors, see actually the manufacturing sector, then the other case is the electricity and gas and water supply, then construction. So in the construction sector, the scheduled caste representation 1.12%, the upper caste is just 0.52%. So you can categorize is that specifically the sale, paint and repair of motor vehicles and the motorcycles, their representation is almost actually similar to the upper caste. And the wholesale trade, if you see, the scheduled caste is 1.27%, ST is 0.85%, and OBC is 1.29%, but the upper caste is that is high caste, that is 1.68%. So here, irrespective of this social representation in terms of the population and their the share of their entrepreneurship, you see the gap that obviously there is low, right? And also you can see there is a department means hotel and the restaurant, transport storage, post and telecommunication, financial intermediaries, real estate renting and business services. If you see the real estate and renting and public, what the business services, their representation, that is the upper cost representation, is 5.61%, but negligible share is there, but still is okay with all the social group. But specifically, if you see, their means the upper caste representation very high in the case of public administration, defense, compulsory social security, where you can see that 3.17 percentage in case of the upper caste, but if you see for the scheduled caste is 0.18%, just 0.18%. In the case of scheduled tribe, that is 0.28%. But in the case of the OBC, 0.18%. But case of the upper caste, that is 3.17% in the case of the public administration, defense, compulsory social security.
Right, sir.
So next you can see in the case of the education sector. In the case of education sector, see the upper caste is 8.50%, but in the share of scheduled caste 0.75%, and scheduled tribe is just 0.82%, and OBC 0.72%. They are all below even 1%.
Correct, sir.
In the case, yeah, these are the major sector where
Right,
they dominating.
right, right. Yeah,
So this
definitely,
is I
sir.
can say, yeah. In case of the case of the urban area, even in the urban area, if you see that the uh, yeah, in urban area specifically means the all other sector, agriculture, mining, manufacturing, construction, wholesale, post and telecommunication, they're all actually almost equal distribution or share is there. But especially in the case of education, health, social work, if you see the upper caste percentage, actually the share you can see that more than above nearly 2%, you can say nearly 2%. But
Right,
in the
sir.
case of the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe, that is below 1%, not even below percent, you can see that exactly that for case of the scheduled caste 0.17%,
Right, sir.
and the scheduled
Definitely, the
tribe is
figures basically speaks.
0.39%.
Yeah,
Yeah, in the case of OBC
correct.
0.22%, but in the case of the higher caste, that is 1.82%. So
Correct,
the accuracy, the data accuracy means one case, another case in the case of the education sector in urban, if you see, the scheduled caste representation is just 1.2%, and scheduled tribe is 1.34%, and OBC is 1.12%. But in the case of upper caste, that is
Yeah,
3.11%.
definitely, sir. Because as far as this overall social system is considered, it was mostly governed by the social system, and Vaishyas were only the people who were governing this entire economy, and only
Yeah,
they were having that particular right. So only after the implementation of constitution, these figures are slightly changing, and people are taking into
that is true.
consideration
That is
to
true.
enter in this particular field. So definitely, yeah, and also again, the people who had established themselves for the last 5,000 years, they are not ready to shed their rights and their control over the economy, and to give it to others, so that the particular this economy is spread to the all people of India, or Indian economy is considered.
Yeah,
Definitely, sir. This is yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Please,
just I want to just a concluding remark I want to make here,
yeah,
that the, yeah, obviously that is the customary rights, right? The customary rights and the denial of rights and the restriction of the rights is obviously there. And
correct,
specifically you can see that sir, actually in the entrepreneurship, this is the share. Even we don't know, if you see specifically the labor market, our professor did extensive studies, therefore I actually said that he is the right person to discuss on unemployment, and also that how we actually overcome from this unemployment, capturing the entire economy capturing is not an ordinary matter, because in the
correct,
era of the liberalization, in the era of the liberalized economic, yeah, in the liberalized economics, where you can see that the all the market economy is actually very much progressive, and almost 90% of the all the economic sector actually market is controlled by the private sectors, and
correct.
those sectors also actually very politically working. If you see the one example I want to give you, that in especially the Tata wanted to construct the establish their company in West Bengal, but the West Bengal people actually continuously there were fight, and then they how shifted their company in Gujarat. How the
Correct.
political economy is also working towards them,
Correct.
and
Correct.
also not for the marginalized. So
Correct.
Tata actually, after that much of resistance from the people, they have established their organization, the company in Gujarat. You can see
Correct.
that almost thousand. I can say you that accurate data also is available. Uh, Almost see 1,100 acre area of subsidized land was given to the Tata, subsidized land. But here
That is
still
correct.
people are landless. Still people actually they don't have their own house. Still people
Yeah.
are actually now depriving such a way. So another case you can say that is called that soft loan. The soft loan is nothing but that is the very less interest rate. They provide the loan to them. See
Correct.
the loan, how much loan is given? 95,700 million actually loan was given to them. But
So
the
it is again,
agriculture
it is, sir. It is again a part of system. Basically, their system they are developed in such a way so as to help these entrepreneurs in growing more and more in their particular field, so that
yeah, yeah,
they can pay
yeah.
back to them by in the political field, and even in the establishing their own roots.
See,
Sir, definitely this
imagine the final
your,
final.
yeah, your
The
study is very extensive.
0.1% rate of interest for
Correct,
97
correct, sir.
million.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This that's
90
what I'm
point.
telling. The policies are made in such
Imagine.
a way that they will grow and you will not grow. So if
Yeah.
you are at that particular instance, definitely they will not give all these facilities to you, but
See,
they want
may
that
I add
system to
something,
continue.
Ashish ji?
Yes, sir.
May I add
We-
something here?
Yeah, sir. Vivek,
I
sir,
mean,
please.
if you permit me,
Sure, sure,
this
sir.
is where,
Definitely.
I mean, if you look at what Dr. Ambedkar, what Kansiram Sahab was asking us to do, that you should capture the politics, the political power. Okay, if you are able to do that, I mean, you that is the only way in a democratic setup in a country like India. That is the only way you can really help your people to to ensure their participation in the economic activities, in commerce, in business, in industries. Okay, you can really make provision. And again, not only, I mean, this will not come automatically, I mean, and this will not come very easily, that you'll have to ensure that your people gets education, skill education, and education related to these things, not the general education that we are imparting in the government colleges and state universities. So this way, I mean, look at the establishment of Gautam Buddha University in Greater Noida, just beside New Delhi.
Right.
So no one would think to establish a university which will impart such education. I mean, this was only Kumari Bahan Mahavati who thought to establish a Gautam Buddha University in Greater Noida. And if you look at the university, that is that there is no university in India which can match in terms of infrastructure. But again, I mean, since she is not in the
Knowledge.
power, it has been captured by others, and they are dismantling all the vision and policies that were made for this university. Other people have
Right.
captured that university in last 10 years.
Yeah, definitely, sir. Definitely, politics as well as these economics. It is a part of a sort of a democratic setup where each and everybody is helping each others and then establishing this one. So, as far as this political is one way because it is a part of democracy, so it has to be there. And definitely, as far as the representation is considered, unless and until you have political representation in your hand, you cannot design the policies and you cannot implement the policy. So, both ways, policy makers as well as policy implementers matters in entire development of the country or entire development of the society. I'm really sorry today. Actually, this is a very vast topic and much more information is needed, and we need to discuss this in depth. And in 1 hour, we cannot cover this subject and various aspects we cannot touch. But definitely, it is a good start, and we will continue this series in this particular session, and we would again invite you all, and we will discuss more in depth towards how this can be established and what are the various ways which can help our marginalized people to come in this main fold. What is the society's responsibility in establishing this entrepreneurship? Because if entrepreneurs are coming in the field, definitely when they are bringing their products, it is society's part also to purchase that product and to look into how they can establish their own entrepreneurs in the field, because that is how the other parties are working, other businessmen are working, and they are establishing their own networks and selling their products in their particular network. So network also matters, and all India network definitely it matters. So there are many things which are related to this economic field. But as far as today's particular topic is considered, and we are almost towards the end of the session, so I would like to know from each of you. Please guide. Please, Miss, give your concluding remarks in today's on today's topic. On basic thrust is that what or how or which are the ways that the marginalized people should think that there are ways, and there are various sources, there are various ways in establishing themselves as an entrepreneur and come into a big player. They can also become a player like Tata Ambani or Adani or any other not like that. If there is a vision, definitely there are various ways. So, in that particular directions, what message you would like to give to these marginalized people so that they come into this particular field? I would like to start with Mr. Bal, sir. Sir, please give your concluding message or your today overall remarks or guidance to the marginalized people, how they should think and broaden their vision in coming in this particular field of entrepreneurship and business, sir. Well, sir.
आशीष जी, मैं इसमें ज़्यादा कुछ कह नहीं सकता बिकॉज मेरे पास तो कोई ज़्यादा डाटा नहीं है कि भाई इकोनॉमी में कितनी हमारी पार्टिसिपेशन है या जॉब्स में कितनी हमारी पार्टिसिपेशंस हैं। लेकिन एक चीज़ मैं ज़रूर कहूँगा कि मैंने जीवन में दो जो स्लेवरीज की मूवमेंट थी उनको मैंने बहुत क्लोजली देखा है। एक है साउथ अफ्रीका की जो पार्टाइट था, और सेकेंडली जो अमेरिका का। उन दोनों में हम देखेंगे कि भाई हमारे पास उन लोगों ने जो लड़ाई लड़ी वो जीरो से लड़ाई लड़ी, और जीरो से लड़ाई एक मूवमेंट में लड़ते चले आए, जिसकी वजह से उन्होंने टाइम टू टाइम अपने अधिकार लिए और उन अधिकारों को डेवलप किया। लेकिन अनफॉर्चुनेटली जो मेरे लोग हैं, इन्होंने कोई मूवमेंट तो चलाई नहीं, इनको घर बैठे ही सारे अधिकार मिल गए। इसलिए जिन लोगों को अधिकार मिले, जिनको एजुकेशन मिली, जिनको एजुकेशन मिलने के बाद अच्छी अच्छी जॉब्स मिली और उनके पास अच्छा भला पैसा आया, लेकिन पैसा तो आ गया, लेकिन पैसा खर्चना कैसे है, कहाँ खर्चना है। उन्होंने एक ही प्रदर्शन किया कि वो बहुत बड़े घर बना लिए, बहुत बड़े बंगलो बना लिए, फार्म हाउस ले लिए। पैसा ऐसी जगह पे खर्चा जहां से नॉन प्रोडक्टिव रहा। अगर वो लोग ये समझते कि भाई इकोनॉमी को डेवलप करने के लिए हमें पे बैक टू सोसाइटी एजुकेशन के तरीके से ही करते कि भाई हम अब रिटायर हो गए हैं तो रिटायर होकर हम अपने बच्चों को गाइड करेंगे कि कैसे कैसे वो ऐसी ऐसी जॉब्स के ऊपर आ सकते हैं, चढ़ सकते हैं। वो मुझे मुझे जो दिखाई देता है वो एक न्यू ब्राह्मण ब्रीड हमारे अंदर के पढ़े लिखे लोगों के बीच में चालू हो गई, और उस न्यू बॉर्न ब्रीड ने जो काम उनको करने चाहिए थे, जो अधिकार उनको मिले थे, उनको अगर वो सही तरीके से इस्तेमाल करके अपने बच्चों के लिए एक नया रास्ता बना के जाते तो आज हमें ये दिक्कत नहीं आती। आज भी मैं देख रहा हूँ, आज तो खैर समस्या ही बहुत बड़ी गंभीर हो गई है, बिकॉज ना तो हमारे पास लैंड है, ना हमारे पास जॉब्स हैं, ना हमारे पास डिसेंट एजुकेशन है। 1-2% को वो पढ़ा के ये नहीं कह सकते कि हम इकोनॉमी में बहुत बड़ा डेंट कर देंगे। लेकिन इसके बावजूद भी अगर हम दूसरे लोगों ने, जिन जिन लोगों ने भी दुनिया में स्ट्रगल किए हैं, उन्हीं लोगों के बीच में से ही सन्स एंड डॉटर्स पैदा हुए हैं जिन्होंने अपने रास्ते बनाए हैं। मुझे आज भी उम्मीद है कि जो लोग भी आज ये सोच रहे हैं कि भाई हमने अपने बच्चों के लिए बहुत बढ़िया एक रास्ता छोड़ना है, बहुत बढ़िया एक इकोनॉमी छोड़नी है जिसमें उनको स्पेस मिल सके, जिसमें उनको कम से कम खुद जो बहुत ज्यादा ब्राह्मणिकल सिस्टम में वो धंसते जा रहे हैं, उनको उसमें से निकलना पड़ेगा। दे हैव टू डिसाइड वेदर कि आपको रोटी चाहिए और रोटी भी फेंकी हुई चाहिए, आप उठा के खा लेंगे जिंदा रहने के लिए, जहां आप अपनी अंदर की आदमियत को जिंदा रखेंगे, आप अपने मान सम्मान को जिंदा रखेंगे। आप कहेंगे कि नहीं मैं भूख से मर जाऊंगा लेकिन मैं नीचे फेंकी हुई रोटी उठा के नहीं खाऊंगा। ये जब तक आपके अंदर जो तलख पैदा नहीं होती, जिद पैदा नहीं होती,
जी सर।
तो आप अगर एक स्टैंड लेगा तो उसके साथ दूसरा लड़ेगा, तीसरा मिलेगा, चौथा मिलेगा, तो हम बहुत ज्यादा हो जाएंगे।
राइट।
दुनिया में दो तरीके से कंट्रोल करी जाती है गवर्नमेंट। एक तो आप गवर्नमेंट को कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं उसमें भागीदारी लेकर, उसमें हिस्सादारी लेकर। दूसरा, आप गवर्नमेंट को कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं एक बहुत बड़ा प्रेशर ग्रुप तैयार करके, जो आपको एक इंच भी हिलने नहीं देगा लेफ्ट एंड राइट। आपको डिक्टेट करेगा कि अगर आप चाहते हैं कि आपकी जो सारी ये क्या कहते हैं प्लानिंग है, इसके विपरीत में हम प्रोटेस्ट ना करें, इसको हम पैरालाइज करने की कोशिश ना करें, तो यू हैव टू कम टू द डिक्टेशन ऑफ अवर्स। ये प्रेशर ग्रुप, ना तो हमने कोई डिसेंट प्रेशर ग्रुप बनाया, ना ही हमने कोई पॉलिटिकल पार्टिसिपेशन ली। उन्होंने जो हमें समा मिल गया वो भी मुझे लगता है कि एक एक्सीडेंटली मिल गया, कि ब्राह्मणों को पता नहीं था कि भाई हम 2-3-4 बार मुख्यमंत्री बन जाएंगे यूपी के। जैसे ही उनको अनुभव हुआ कि ये पॉलिटिकल पावर जो है इनके लिए क्या कर सकते हैं, वैसे ही उन्होंने उसके ऊपर कैप कर दिया। और आज हमें जो कुछ भी हमारे पास है, मैंने ये कहता बहुत कुछ नहीं है, बहुत कुछ है आज भी हमारे पास। जो कुछ भी हमारे पास है उसको हमें सही तरीके से इस्तेमाल करना सीखना होगा। ब्राह्मणों की तरह दूसरों को, लोगों को इम्प्रेस करने के लिए बड़े बड़े प्रदर्शन नहीं करने चाहिए, बड़ी बड़ी पार्टियां नहीं करनी चाहिए, बड़े बड़े जो दिखावे नहीं करने चाहिए। हमें वी हैव टू कम टू द बेसिक ग्राउंड, और ग्राउंड पे चलते हुए हम कैसे उसमें से रास्ता निकालेंगे। जब तक लोग इस रास्ते पे नहीं उतरेंगे और नहीं इसको संभालेंगे, तो हम खामखा दूसरे लोगों को ब्लेम करते रहेंगे जी जिसको मैंने पहले भी कहा था कि ब्राह्मण का सारा कंट्रोल इकोनॉमी पे है, वो सारा जिंदा है, इकोनॉमी उसकी ऑक्सीजन है। लेकिन हमारे से इकोनॉमी छीनती जा रही है, हमारी इकोनॉमी हमारी गुलामी बनती जा रही है। अगर इस गुलामी को नहीं हमारे लोगों के ऊपर, हमारे बच्चों के ऊपर हावी होने देना, तो हमें इसके ऊपर सीरियसली विचार करना होगा। आपके पास समय बहुत कम था, बहुत सी और चीजें हैं जो बीच में लाई
राइट
जा
सर।
सकती थी, कही जा
राइट
सकती थी, लेकिन 10-15 मिनट में आप कुछ ज्यादा टॉपिक को छेड़ नहीं सकते।
राइट
बहुत सी चीजें हैं जो हम इकट्ठे होकर कर सकते हैं। आज भी मैं सोचता हूँ कि मेरे लोग जो भी सुनते हैं, जहाँ जो भी मेरे साथ आज जुड़े हुए हैं, मैं उनको यही कहूंगा कि जो कुछ भी आपके पास, आपकी पॉकेट में 10 रुपए हैं तो उस 10 रुपए के अंदर ही जीना सीखो। कर्जा मत लो, अपने बच्चों का फ्यूचर मत स्टेक पे लगाओ। तो आप उसी 10 रुपए में जीना सीखोगे डेली, तो आपको रास्ता मिलेगा कि भाई आज मैं 10 रुपए में सीता हूँ, कल को मुझे 12 मिलने होगा तो 2 रुपए में एक्स्ट्रा कहाँ इन्वेस्ट करूँ, कहाँ
राइट
लगाऊं। अगर आप ऐसा एक ग्रुप बनाओगे तो दूसरा ग्रुप आपको साथ देने के लिए आ जाएगा। ऐसे
राइट
ही
सर।
दुनिया में हुआ है, ऐसे ही अफ्रीका में हुआ, ऐसे ही अमेरिका में हुआ।
राइट
दोनों ही लोगों ने जो कुछ भी उनके पास था, आप तो, हमारी तो कंडीशन बहुत अच्छी है आज, लेकिन अगर आप जो सबातो की कंडीशंस देखते, जहां उनको एक सेग्रीगेट करके एरिया में रखा जाता था, जहां कोई एजुकेशन का सिस्टम नहीं था, जहां कोई खाने पीने में हेल्थ का कोई एजुकेशन नहीं था, डिसेंट रहने का नहीं था, उसमें से भी नेल्सन मंडेला जैसा निकल आया।
राइट सर।
तो हम हमारे अंदर भी ऐसे लोग हैं जो निकल
डेफिनेटली।
सकते हैं, लेकिन
डेफिनेटली।
हमें उनको ट्रस्ट करना सीखना होगा, उनके पीछे
राइट
खड़ा होना सीखना होगा, उनको बैकअप करना सीखना होगा। इन्हीं
राइट।
शब्दों के साथ मैं आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद करता हूं कि आपने,
जी सर।
ये सब्जेक्ट बहुत लंबा चौड़ा है, इसलिए
राइट।
इसको 1 घंटे में नहीं 2-3 घंटे रखोगे तो जाकर
Sure, sure.
इसके ऊपर
Definitely, sir. Definitely, sir.
प्रॉपर
Definitely,
लाइफ।
many of the aspects we had not touched in today's topic, and only it is a generalized discussion. Definitely, we will make a complete series on this economic field because various aspects, unless it is clear and the vision is clear, people will not be have that mentality to enter in this particular field and take the various challenges.
एग्जैक्टली।
I would like to now go to Dr. Vivek Kumar Rajak, sir. Dr. Vivek sir, please give your concluding remarks and guidance on to our viewers what they should do to take control of the Indian economy or to take control or to enter into the entrepreneurship sector so that that will ultimately help not only to them but also to the society. Vivek sir.
Okay. So yeah, I somehow agree with what Gael Saab said, that in one day it cannot be done.
Correct.
But I certainly disagree with the approach that we have nothing. I mean, if you look at the data, it shows that very slowly and gradually our participation in other fields. For example, you start with education. Dr. Selvaraj provided with the data, but education people are coming. Okay. Similarly, in trade and businesses, people are coming. Why there is little underreporting? I'm not saying grossly underreporting, little underreporting, because I know personally many people who are in Delhi are doing business. They have their own factories, they have their own offices, they are running private limited companies, but they do not say that they belong to scheduled caste, because once their caste identities are uh, revealed, I mean they have a fear that they might lose business or contracts from the private sector. Government sector, there is no problem. Okay. So but the government intervention is very important to ensure to increase the share of Mulnivasi Bahujan SC ST OBC in the trade and businesses. I mean, there has to be certain government policies. We know that Dickey is doing a wonderful work. I mean, look at their intervention in the policy making. Okay,
Right.
all kind of inclusive policies. Dr. Silvaraj was mentioning about 11th 5-year plan, 12th 5-year plan, and after even the 5-year plans were scrapped. Okay, even in Niti Aayog, I mean,
Right.
our organizations such as
No,
Dickey and other People are intervening, and there some space is being made in the policy making. Okay, for example, the Stand Up India. Okay, I know that there is some problem with the implementation of policies, and they are true for all kind of policies. But, and for example, Dickey ensured that when the in Delhi, in Municipal Corporation of Delhi, okay, NDMC, okay, they were floating the contract for this cleanliness drive. Okay, they ensured that certain percentage of trucks will be owned by the scheduled caste. Okay, so the government provisions, and it is also true that you are correct, Ashish ji, when you say that for last 5,000 or more than 5,000 years, our people were not allowed to study, they were not allowed to participate in education, commerce, trade. I mean, it will take some time. It is only 70 years, and we have done good things in 70 years, but the pace of development has been slow. Okay,
Correct.
but I'm in a positive note. I just want to say that don't fear. Even today, if you reveal your caste while doing business, I don't think that people will dare to come in your way to stop you.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
so
Right. Right.
people are doing, many people, I mean, after formation of Diki, many more people who are not revealing their caste and are entrepreneurs are openly coming up that they are in Dalit entrepreneurs. So big programs are get together or program or such business meets are organized where SC, ST, OBC, Mulnivasi entrepreneurs are meeting. Okay, but again, more and more people need to come. Okay,
Right.
for that,
Absolutely.
I think just one line I would say that we need personal efforts. We need encouragement from businessmen like MS Behel Saab and other entrepreneurs who are running their businesses in India to encourage more and more scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, and OBC people to come forward and help them take hold their hands and provide them all support. Okay, along with
Right. Right.
the space that we'll have to create in the government policies. Okay, thank you,
Right, right,
thank you. That
right,
is
sir.
what I
Thank you
want to
very
say.
much, sir. To be honest, sir, you had rightly passed on the message, and it was really a motivational message. Now, I would like request Dr. Selvaras, sir, to give his concluding remarks and his opinion in this particular field, what the marginalized people should think in this particular sector, economic sector. Selvaras, sir.
Yes, sir. Actually, very specifically, what I want to mention that here, the just I categorized, I come across some of the studies because I was very much associated with the Professor Thorat, that he was a means he contributed very much in the policy intervention, especially. Then I come across actually that what need to be done, especially in the government sector. First, we will start from the government sector. That when there is a means what he identified, that in the labor market discrimination, and also the non-labor market discrimination, where he identified that the means, for example, I can tell you that the milk producers, especially in northern India, that they know that who is means who is he and which community he belongs. Then people started to refuse that take milk from them. So therefore, what he did, that is called the procurement bill. The procurement bill is that the government itself should purchase some of the commodities from the scheduled caste entrepreneurs and the producers. So these need to be extended also to the other sectors. See, in
Right,
all the production, whatever the production supposed to made by or produced by the Dalits, those goods or this production must be purchased or procured by the government. That is one. And second thing is that the see also we don't have the much the capital assistance or capital what support or investment support.
correct.
So I think there were I think 10 to 15 years before we tried myself, actually I come across from Chennai to Delhi to actually start this work with some means associating with the big people, that we need, yeah, our own bank, like a Bahujan bank you need. If you see the example in Tamil Nadu, especially the mercantile bank, you have the mercantile bank. The mercantile bank was started for the Nada. There is a community that is also come under the Bahujan community, but they are actually isolating themselves as a superior. But they are also considered actually like us only. We are actually, for example, untouchable. They are considered unseeable. But now they are capturing the entire market. Imagine,
Okay. Okay.
especially Sivanada, the education institution under them, the HP laptop or means the software engineering controlled by them. The entire goods market is controlled by them. So the support is actually they got from the mercantile bank. Similar bank we needed. We are in the process actually with the help of some friends. We are trying to do our own bank that is called the Shakya Bank. One of your friend, maybe you may know that Mumanathan is right now in the United States. The problem is that the trust, obviously we need to trust. Sir
Correct.
said that trust, to whom we trust, that is the matter.
Correct.
If somebody is actually collecting money, hard earned money, after collecting, if they run away, then obviously you're in trouble.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see? So we are
Definitely.
trying. So we needed the bank, our own bank we needed.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
also, Professor Bibek actually very clearly mentioned that we need a capital, human capital. The human capital, especially education. The education supposed to get the meaningful and better employments. Such a education you needed. No need just like a degree. No
Right.
need just actually a graduation, but you needed a technical education. Baba Sahib himself actually
Right. Right.
suggested that you need to study the technical education.
Right. Right.
You need to get the technical education.
Correct.
So, as a technical education or quality education is very much costly,
Yeah. Yeah. That
right?
develops the vision
So,
basically.
those kind of the education also needed. For example, I
Right.
can also tell you that we need to also demand the democratic forces of us actually need to demand and intervene in the policy making that to provide the international or overseas scholarship. The government is actually providing the overseas scholarship where we are not at all actually concentrate. Some state specific scholarship is there. There is called printing engineering. The printing engineering, there is no single candidate actually studied that kind of the institution or that kind of the coursework is not available in India. So the
Right.
course which is not available in India that was not offered by Indian government, for those courses they are offering fellowship. Imagine that overseas scholarship.
Right.
So this kind of the overseas scholarship also need to provide it. And also there is a vertical and horizontal integration in terms of the business. So SAR is there. So there are our people. He can also establish like a Reliance companies. So we have now the idea, we have the people,
Right. Right.
but we don't know how to integrate or associate with him. That's the problem now.
Correct. Correct.
So in case if that's why I can tell you that we are all actually theoretical economists, but he's a practical economist, I can say. But
Right.
practically he can contribute much better. But we can theoretically also we can means theoretical, not only theoretical, and also we can actually what some of the interventions we can do. But best way
Definitely.
he can give, sir, sir, we can create our own corporate sectors.
Right, right, definitely, sir. Because
So for
for
that,
developing this particular field, all sort of network is required. The think tank is required to
yeah,
get the theoretical aspects and then practical aspects. Both has to be combined, and the vision also. Basically, practically, what are the circumstances and how this economy works, or how the entrepreneurship works, or how the entire system works, and what can be the challenges, what can be how to overcome the challenges, and all many things are there unless and until there is a proper coordination between all these things and networking is there. Also people support is there, rightly pointed out by Vivek sir, that if there is a proper support from the society for the budding entrepreneurs, then definitely they will also be motivated and they will also get substantial strong fit in the society, and they will definitely pay back in other terms for this strengthening the overall development of the society, and developing the entire society in that particular field, so that the overall this economy is distributed in the democratic setup, in terms of policies, in terms of different planning packages, and in terms of representation or participation of each and every in the policies. So lot of work is there, and lot of basically work needs to be done in this particular field. And definitely if we start thinking today also, there are various ways, and if all these think tank come together along with their practical experiences as well as theoretical experiences. These all will come together, and the backup support of our society is there. Definitely, one day we will sustain, and we will means be a guiding path to a democratic country like India. Actually, we are. I'm really sorry that today we had fall short of time, but definitely we will continue this series on this particular Indian economy, and we will discuss more more in elaborative way by taking a particular sector of this economic fields and discussing it in different series. That will help our viewers also to get in-depth knowledge in this particular field. What are the various ways, and also the practical experiences which can be shared by the businessmen or entrepreneurs in this particular field. That will also help them and motivate them to come in this particular field and become the entrepreneurs. On behalf of MNT News Network, I would like to thank you all the three panelists for giving your valuable time and your views and guidance to the Mulnivasi Bahujans viewers of this particular channel. And definitely, this will be a guiding principle or guiding motivational part to them to come in this particular field. Once again, thanks a lot for joining us
Thank
today.
you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very
Thank
much
you, sir.
to
Salute
join.
to all of you. Yeah,
Nice
Jai
to
Hind, sir.
meet you, Behel Saab. And
Yes,
Jai Bhim. Good night. Good night.
yeah,
Good
Jai.
night.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, Jai Hind,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah, very sir.
Jai Hind to all of
Thank
you,
you.
sir. Yeah,
Thank you very
yeah,
much,
good day.
all. And
Yeah.
with this, I would like to announce for tomorrow's program. Tomorrow, as you know, every day we are organizing different panel discussions, and from Monday to Saturday, the discussions are in Hindi, whereas on Sunday we are organizing the discussions in English. So tomorrow we are again going to discuss on one important topic, which is very relevant to today's scenario. The topic is संवैधानिक अधिकार को बरकरार रखने हेतु, संवैधानिक हक और अधिकार को बरकरार रखने हेतु मूल्यवासी बहुजन समाज के सामने चुनौतियां और समाधान. This will be the topic that will be discussed tomorrow. What are the various challenges and what are the solutions to maintain our rights of the it's constitutional right basically. And on this, the panelists who are going to represent on this particular topic are Mulnivasi Manyakraj Singh. Yeah, he is General Secretary, Bamsi, Uttar Pradesh. Also, Professor Milind Puljele is going to join, and he is the Chief Editor of Dainik Bahujan, Saurabh, Nagpur. With this, definitely we will meet you tomorrow once again on this important topic, and we will discuss in length about the constitutional rights that has been given and how to protect these constitutional rights. Thank you very much for joining today, and this video will be there on Facebook and YouTube, and it will be remain in the same link. So I request all the viewers to watch it again once again on this particular link, and also share this link to your friend circle. Thank you very much for joining, and we'll meet you sometime again. Thank you.